So I can't count the number of times I've been asked this question. Who's going to win?
Oh, for sure.
Mayweather or McGregor?
Oh, yeah.
How many times have you been asked?
Oh, like at least every single day.
And I bet by people who have never trained and have never followed boxing and have never followed MMA.
Oh, yeah. Just lots of people who I just meet just out and about, you know, friends of friends and stuff, and they discover that I teach martial arts for a living, and people always ask and stuff. 100% Mayweather's going to win. Right?
Yes.
As a fan?
I agree. We're going to get into why. But Mayweather is going to win this.
Oh, yeah. Like, to me, it's crazy that the fight is even happening. It's bananas to me that the fight's even happening. I remember listening to a Joe Rogan podcast several months ago, like, I don't even know when, like 3 or 4 months ago, and Rogan was saying that the fight is 80% done. Like, it's 80% going to happen. And I'm like, what? How can that be? Like, there's no way. And, you know, clearly Rogan has his, you know, ear to the track on that. But, like, I couldn't believe that that was even a consideration. I thought it was just, you know, just chat on the internet. And then when they finally disclosed the deal and that it was 100% and there was a date and it was going to happen, it's mind blowing. It's crazy. It's crazy.
We both said 100%. Mayweather's going to win.
Yeah.
But that's actually not exactly correct. I actually think McGregor's got a small chance, like 1 in 100, 2 in 100 level of chance. What do you think it is? If you had to assign,
I see what you're saying. So, do I believe with absolute certainty that Mayweather's going to win? Well, no. Like, you know, like, come on, it's not going to be absolute, but I'm pretty sure. Right?
It is a fight.
It is a fight. Anything can happen.
And McGregor does pack a powerful punch.
For sure. He's got knockout power. He's the bigger man. He's got the reach advantage.
He's younger.
And he's, absolutely.
And that's the end of his advantages.
Right. But not only is he younger, but years in the fight game are like decades in normal life, right? Like just the wear and tear.
Right. Dog years and human years.
Yeah, there you go, right? Like pro fighter versus non-pro fighter, right? Like just the abuse that you take on as a pro fighter is huge.
And we're talking about Mayweather here or McGregor?
Well,
because they've both been in the fight game for a while.
That's true. Now they've both been in the fight game for a while. Mayweather's been in the fight game for much longer. Like he's been a pro for 20 years, I think. And yes, he hasn't taken as much damage as Arturo Gatti.
Sure.
Right? Like, he's not one of those fighters that took a lot of damage. But nonetheless...
Wearing people out by letting them punch his face.
Which is never a smart move. So, Mayweather being 40, right? Like, I don't care who you are. You're 40 years old, right? Like, I certainly feel the difference. Like, I'm 41 right now, and I certainly feel the difference between now and how old is McGregor? 28, right? From, like, when I was 28, like, I can feel the difference, right? When I train... Right, at the end of a long week, right, I can really feel it.
Okay, so then why is Mayweather going to win this? I think it's pretty simple. I mean, if you take the worst team in the NFL, I don't follow football, but whatever it is, the Green Bay Packers still around? Let's say they're the worst, and you put them against the best team in soccer, whether that's Man U or Real Madrid, and you have them play football, the best team in soccer is going to get creamed by the worst team in the NFL.
That's a great analogy.
And if you reverse it, 100% of the time, the other thing is going to happen. Now, you can make an argument that boxing and MMA are closer than soccer and football.
Oh, I see.
I would agree.
Yeah.
But still, like they are completely different.
They're completely different. And that's, further to my point earlier of like, it blows my mind that this fight is even happening. And the reason why it's happening is that McGregor is the greatest salesman I've ever seen. Like, ever. Like, he is so dynamic on a stage. He is riveting. Like, the guy rocks these amazing suits, the confidence he has in front of a mic, in front of a camera.
The level of shit talking is atmospheric. I thought Chael Sonnen was the best I'd ever seen.
Sonnen I always thought was like amazing. Man, McGregor blows my mind, and he blows Sonnen out of the water. Like, he's so good in front of a mic.
Sorry, Chael.
Yeah, sorry, Chael. Like, big fan. Right? Big fan. But like, McGregor is amazing on a stage. And he can sell a fight. Yeah. Right? And
which is really what this comes down to.
Which is what this comes down to.
When people are asking me, well, why would McGregor take this fight if he's going to lose? you just asked him one question. Well, would you take $100 million? Oh
yeah, there's 100 million reasons why. You know, like absolutely, right? But you know, like I look at sort of my experience, right? Like I can and like as a black belt, I think I'm just okay. You know, like as a black belt, I think I'm like, you know, average. There's some black belts I can tap out. Like there's lots of black belts that can tap me out, but I think as a black belt, I'm good, right? And that's it, right? Like I'm just okay. And I remember rolling with Cautera, who is much smaller. Multiple. I think like he's an 11-time world champion, which is
no Renato Laranja.
No, exactly. It's just almost comically weird. Like I was like 11 times. Is that a joke? But like he is amazing. I think it says it on his website, like 11-time world champion, and he is amazing. And I remember rolling with him several years ago, and he demolished me. He made me feel like a little child, and he was a grown man. Even though he's like I'm physically much bigger than him, he worked me. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. So you get a world-class fighter, like a world-class boxer, and a boxer who is like an all-time great, like a pound-per-pound great.
And there's no question that Mayweather is an all-time great.
There's no question.
Pound for pound. There's zero question.
There's absolutely, right? And McGregor is, for MMA, he's
great.
He's a great boxer. But in the boxing world, I think he's just going to be okay. Now, of course, I'm not comparing myself to McGregor, and I'm not saying that, you know, Cautera is Mayweather. You know, like I'm just trying to go.
But you've trained with a guy who fought Mayweather in his prime.
Like my old boxing coach, Tony Pep, who was phenomenal. And when I was training with him, which was, I guess, almost 10 years ago, like back then, I thought I was pretty good at boxing. And then Tony Pep tuned me up. Like, made me, like, just, it was crazy how I couldn't do anything to him. And he was so good. And it was like he could be smoking a cigarette while boxing with me. Like, he was that good.
And he's done that to lots of really good MMA guys too.
Yeah. He's trained tons of pro MMA guys, and he's tuned them all up. And Mayweather beat Tony Pep. Now this was years ago. This I think was like 2001 when Tony Pep fought Mayweather, and Mayweather.
So the father time factor does have to play in.
Sure. And you know, like Tony Pep was on the tail end of his career. I think Tony Pep at that time was like 35. Mayweather was younger at 21. Right now, it wasn't like Mayweather knocked him out or anything. Right? It was a decisive win.
There are lots of people that Mayweather doesn't knock out. We were looking at the record this morning. For most of his KOs and TKOs come in the first half of his career. I don't know if that whole brittle hands thing where he tends to break his hands when he's punching people
possibly
kicked in, or he has early onset osteoporosis or
yeah.
But in the second half of his career, it's mostly decisions.
Interesting.
It's really gone down. So Tony Pep fought Mayweather right when he was in his KO phase.
Right, absolutely. Never thought about that. Oh, for sure. Right. So, and Mayweather beat him. Right. And
so the best boxer you've ever gone against, hands down, lost to this guy. Yeah.
So I'm looking at McGregor, and of course, as a fight fan, would I love to see an upset? Oh, for sure. I think it'd just be amazing. It'd be amazing. It'd be great for MMA. It'd be great for the McGregor brand and his legacy. And what
awful for boxing.
Awful for boxing.
And fantastic for the white supremacist. I mean, I swear to God, there is a racist element here. I'm going to say that a lot of the people rooting for McGregor are like, they want to see a white living guy beat a black man down into place.
Yeah, the great
down into his place. Like, how dare you be running around with these expensive cars and fancy watches and stuff.
Yeah,
we want a white man to beat. I honestly think that's some percentage of
I think so. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Great White Hope, right?
This wouldn't be as big if all things being equal, McGregor were black.
Yeah,
he'd have a different name, but
yeah, of course. Most likely.
Adopted.
Yeah, he's adopted. Yeah, oh for sure. But like, absolutely, right? And I can't be dismissed. But at the same time, like, you would have to argue that McGregor would have won some boxing matches. He would have beat like some really, really good guys. He would have beat Canelo or something, right? Like he would have beat some really good boxers, and people would be like, wow, okay, this guy is so legit. Let's put him against Mayweather. But
you know what blows me away here is the money that's going into this. The amount of
so nuts.
And people are just throwing them. We just looked at the odds. It was, I think, plus 375 for McGregor to win right now. That means if you bet $100 and McGregor wins, whether he knocks him out or wins out of decision, which is almost impossible, you're going to make $375.
Okay, I see.
So it's essentially, 4-1 odds, right? Okay. But the odds are, I think, are closer to 100-1 or maybe 50-1.
Yeah.
Meaning that if you bet on this, if you bet 4-1, 100 times, you're going to lose so much money. It's unbelievable. Yeah, you might make it back one time. The payout should be if McGregor, if you bet on McGregor, you put $100 down on McGregor, and he wins, you should make $5,000. You should make $10,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not like you put $100 down and you come up with $375.
Yeah.
Well, this is crazy. People are throwing their money away.
Oh, it's nuts. So why do you think the odds are so strong for McGregor?
I think because so many idiots are putting money down on him, quite honestly. I think so many people are putting down that it shifts. I'm not a gambler. Sure. I think I placed one bet in my life and I lost, so that's it. Okay. No more. I gamble with my joints when I do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you fulfill that risk.
Yeah. I gamble getting eaten by a bear when I go on my hikes.
Oh, exactly. So why gamble in Vegas?
I gamble with losing everything that I own when I do my dating.
Yeah. Condoms and prenups. Yeah. Okay, but anyways, enough about what you do on a Saturday night, Stefan. But like, I actually think it's nuts. I think. People genuinely feel that McGregor has a chance to win.
McGregor is the better trash talker. Maybe people are confounding that, or maybe when people put $100 down on McGregor, maybe what it really means is they're not really hoping to win. They just want some skin in the game and to be really, really excited that night. I mean, what are you going to be doing the night of the fight? Are you going to be watching it?
Absolutely.
What am I going to be doing? I'm going to be watching it.
Of course I'm going to be
watching it. I think this is a giant circus. I think it has nothing to do with boxing and very little to do with MMA, but it's the circus of the year.
No, it's so crazy. As a fight fan, there's a part of me that is disgusted that this fight is even happening, and yet at the same time, as a fight fan, I'm so excited that this fight is happening. Like I hate myself. Like it's so bizarre. And but yeah, absolutely. Like I totally plan to watch the fight. I think it's going to be an amazing. It's going to be an amazing event.
Oh, just wait till the hate mail that comes in when the people who didn't vote on McGregor, when McGregor knocks out Mayweather in the first round KO. And I just advise everybody absolutely do not put money on McGregor at these current odds.
Oh yeah.
So, but that being said, I mean, I know friends of mine who are heavily involved in the betting game, and they think the same thing that I do. That people who are putting money on McGregor anyway, this is idiotic. And that the problem is, you put $100 on Mayweather, and he wins. I don't know what you make. We didn't look up those odds, but you make like $20.
Yeah. So what's the point?
Yeah. So what's the point?
Yeah.
So I mean, you could approach this. You could put a mortgage on your house and pay off. 20% of your mortgage. It's a big risk to take.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, for sure.
All right. Well.
Cool.
Let's do some training, and then we see that fight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the fight. Awesome. Yeah.
All right. Take care, man.
Take care.